Hey viewers, welcome to BL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Mars transiting through Virgo. So this is a very important transit. That is the reason I am making this video. And to the ones who have not subscribed my channel, please, I request you to subscribe my channel. And this is a one-stop channel where you'll find all the transit videos. From time to time, I make the transit of the innermost, outermost planets, as well as the weeklies, monthlies, yearlies, and also short tutorials. So do subscribe my channel. You won't regret it. Also, this is a very crucial transit. Why? Because as you can just go through the title, are we really prepared for the third wave? Why? Because it's a very tough placement of Mars in the sixth house. And the chart that I have put up, and why I'm not visible, is because of the internet issue. I'm not having good connectivity where I am right now. So forgive me for that, but surely I'll be online back on the visibility soon. You'll be able to see me very soon, shortly. So this first segment is very essential to understand that I will be sharing that what is Mars, how it is going to be impacting us on the mundane level in Virgo sign, and also the nakshatra and the Navmansha positions. I'll be sharing all the details with you in the initial part, and how the aspect of Mars, Ketu, and Saturn on the Pisces sign in the 12th house is going to be impacting globally everyone. So please stay tuned. If you really are interested in astrology, you should hear the first summary part, which is going to tell you many things. And then I'll be sharing with you one-on-one, like sign-wise predictions. So that is going to be based on the ascendant or the moon sign, whichever resonates more with you. So stay tuned. So what exactly is this Mars transiting in the Virgo sign going to be? As you can see, Mars is in the sixth house and rules the first house, that is the Kalpurusha Kundali, if you see. So it is 8 houses away from there. Then the Scorpio sign, which is 3 houses away from here. So it is forming a 3-11 relationship. That is also one reason that this is a very crucial transit. You see, when Mars is in the 11th house, from its rulership of Scorpio, it means that it is going to be giving you gains from inheritances, in-depth research, and money through taxes, also through corruptions. So first, I want to say that first thing first, that is Mars transiting through the Virgo sign. And what is Mars? To explain that first, we all know that Mars is our life force energy, expressive energy, that is through actions and desires. The initiative in us is Mars. We will be focusing on the affairs of a particular sector where Mars rules. Suppose your Mars is in Leo sign when you're born. So you're going to be very creative or very sporty kinds, and very assertive also. So Mars in the first house might be giving you a lot of vitality. You might be very energetic. You might be very outgoing also, and very assertive. So wherever Mars in your natal chart is, that is a very important position to check. And then that actually determines the energy sector of yours, where you will be focused on, where you should be channelizing your energy. That is why all the planets are very karmic. So here, when Mars is in the Virgo sign, this is a very crucial position. Why? Because your ambition and drive to build your body, your muscles, your energy is focused on the details. You want to take least complicated path, and you want to depend on the results, which are going to be very precise. You're very goal-oriented also when Mars is in the sixth sign of the natural zodiac. Now, from the first house, this is the sixth house, and from the sixth house, the rulership of Mars, that is Aries, is the eighth house. So it's forming a 6-8 relationship there. So when it's forming a 6-8 relationship, it changes your health regimes. This is the time you should actually improve yourself. get into the minutest level to understand yourself also. Your physical stamina, you must build on that as well. You're prone to injuries also. So this is what is the combination, where Mars is placed from its lordship, that is Aries and Scorpio. We have to see in your personal chart also, see where Mars is transiting, and also check the lordship. Suppose Mars is in your 10th house and it's ruling the Aries sign 4 houses away from itself. So that will be your focus would be on your family more, on your workplace as well. You will be getting all the energies channelized towards those zones. So this is what is this energy about. Also, if you can see, Mars is aspected by this Rahu, not to forget. Rahu is in this zone, that is in Taurus. So from there, it is looking at this Mars. Now, when Mars is in the 6th house, this also is indicative of Mars in the 6th is also on the worldly level, shows violence in sports. And Mars will be conjunct Mercury. As we all know, Mercury is going to be there till the 22nd of September. And 27th, of course, it's going to go retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde. So when Mars and Mercury are there, so the welfare for labor and servants is indicative. Rahu's aspect from here, from the 2nd house will be, so as you can see, Mars will be aspected by Rahu from the 2nd sign of the national zodiac. So this will lead to violence, strife in armed forces, especially Navy. And sudden accidents in armed forces is also quite likely, and political plots can be leaked out. Spying activities can increase, dacoity, cheating, crimes, epidemic, machinery industry is going to suffer. So these are because of Rahu's aspect here. Not to forget, Jupiter from this place will also be transiting back to the Capricorn sign and will be aspecting this Mars then. So once this Jupiter is going to be aspecting this Mars, that is the time when there will be some relief we can expect, which is happening from the 14th of September onwards. Mars is going to be here from the 6th of September till the 22nd of October. So this will be definitely a better transit for you. Also, not to forget that Saturn, Ketu, and Mars, these are looking at all the planets. 3 of the malefics are looking at this Pisces sign. So when these planets, and even Mercury is going to be looking at this zone. So this actually increases, when Mars looks here, it increases wars, epidemics. This is all written in the mundane astrology books, and it is actually, it leads to some, diseases. So that is why the epidemics, and we must consider the 3rd wave for that reason, because it's going to lead to a lot of increase in the surge in the epidemic that we are going through. Also, there can be that Mercury is also looking here, can lead to expenditures on educational or literary, cultural, charitable organizations, because this is communication and it's looking at this zone. So that means the expenditures, maybe, we people are working from home and we are spending a lot on the gadgets. You're buying gadgets. Investments in modes of communication is more, could be related to gadgets or anything which is, like online thing, you're doing, and you're spending you're buying things online. So that is also because of this Mercury combination. Mercury looking at the 12th house means expenditures. Also, you may have air transport. Air transport will open, but will be very expensive. You'll be spending more than the normal. Okay. Saturn's aspect is going to be really very bad. Again, I will say that, it leads to epidemics again, diseases. earthquakes. That is the reason, since Saturn has transited through Capricorn sign and looking at the Pisces sign, this epidemic hit us. And there will be wars, crimes against humanity that is going to surge, strikes in labor-intensive industries, death or disgrace of important prominent personalities, bad economic conditions, wasteful expenditures. Also countries, different countries maybe on the topmost list might, have problems in their reputation. That is also happening, as we can see, that the reputation will suffer. And terrorists can enter countries when Saturn is aspecting. Saturn is aspecting from a long time. Ketu is aspecting from a long time though. But Mars also is going to be aspecting. Thankfully, Mars is, and Saturn is actually, and Rahu also is taken care of by this Jupiter, which is a big time saving grace, because Jupiter is going to be aspecting Rahu, Mars, and is conjunct Saturn. So it's going to take care of many things, but it is an expansive energy, not to forget. So this can lead to earthquakes. It can lead to wasteful expenditures, and terrorists can enter countries, as I said, anti-state activities can increase, and there will be some unrest that we can anticipate amongst the working class or people. And Ketu's aspect definitely is going to be minimizing these impacts, because religious tendencies will increase. Okay. So that's something very positive. I would say that Ketu and Jupiter, they are going to be balancing quite a lot of things, but at the same time, quite a charged up energy. So as you can see how the nexus has become. Mercury and Mars conjunction is also, going to be leading to intellectual and mental energy. So they can be, you are full of confidence when you're speaking and motivated also, but at the same time, you can be very impulsive. People can go impulsive, people can get irritated easily. A lot of impatience can be seen in people and lack of focus. So when these things are on the surge, we must focus on the beautiful things. There is always a silver lining. So enhance the Jupiterian qualities. That is, enhance your knowledge. Be focused on religious tasks. Be focused on the chants which are related to Jupiter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. So chant this 108 times every day, 100% you will feel the difference. And Mars, you must chant Hanuman Chalisa every day. On the personal level, I would suggest this Hanuman Chalisa, which is the safest of all the chants. Mars is Mangal. Mangal is ruled by Hanuman, Lord Hanuman. Okay. So once you will, have, and I have already made a video on different chants for different signs. You can go back and watch that video. I'll share the link in the description box. You can chant those chants when, you feel that you're having, some symptoms like, cold, fever, that is lungs related, that is because of the COVID that we get, the symptoms. So you can do all those chants and you can get definitely some relief from that particular problem that we are going through, that disease that we are going through. Okay. So that protection can be, there because of those chants. Now coming to the nakshatra transits of this Mars. Mars will be transiting through the nakshatra of Uttara Phalguni from 6th till the 22nd of September, and Hasta from 22nd to September to the 12th of October. Chitra, 2 padas from the 12th to the, let me share the screen. 1 second. Okay, so I hope you can see this. Okay. So Mars will be transiting through Uttara Phalguni, Hasta and Chitra. So 6th to the 22nd is going to be See, Uttara Falguni, of course, from August 31st onwards, because there are, in Uttara Falguni, 4 padas are there total. So Uttara Falguni is in, one pada is in Leo sign. So that was from the 31st August. So Uttara Falguni till the 22nd, and then, in the Hasta, it enters on the 21st. Then Chitra on the 12th, and it's going to be there till the 22nd, 2 padas, and then 2 padas till the November 1st. So this is what is the transit position about. So when Mars is going to be in Uttara Falguni, so you will feel Uttara Falguni pada 2, that is Capricorn Navmansha from the 6th to the 12th. So now I'm going to be sharing with you the padas. 6th to the 12th is going to be in Capricorn Navmansha. It's like an exalted planet. So here it is going to give you a lot of hard work, a lot of practical thinking, and you're going to be feeling a little better because it's the Capricorn Navmansha. In Aquarius Navmansha, this Mars is going to be from the 12th to the 17th of September. And this is Aquarius Navmansha, owned by Saturn again. So this will give you a sharp mind, and you will feel quite oriented to complete the task. You will be quite spiritual as well. In Pisces Navmansha, 17th to 22nd. So that is going to be giving you some kind of inclination towards materialistic as well as spiritual bent of mind. Okay, so this is definitely going to be positive, and you will be very straightforward. You will be, not having any kind of lack of courage. You will be courageous, you will be ambitious, you will be not letting anybody take you for granted also. So it's a very positive Uttara Falguni transit. Then we'll be in Hasta Nakshatra from the 11th till the from the 21st till the 12th of October. So that is going to be from in the Aries Navmansha from the 22nd to the 27th of September. So in Aries Navmansha, it's its own Navmansha after all. So Mars is going to be feeling quite energetic here. You will be feeling abundant. You will be feeling that vitality. You will be assertive. You'll be outgoing, energetic. So it depends where your Aries sign is. You should check that as well. Then Mars is going to be in Taurus Navmansha from the 27th of September till the 2nd of October. And that's the time when you will be having that artistic bent of mind. You'll be honest, you'll be cheerful, you'll be spending more time in the artistic pursuits of yours. In Gemini Navmansha from 2nd to the 7th of October. And that's where you will be very talkative. You'll be in, you'll be using your intelligence, your intellect, focusing more on those energies. Then in Cancer Navmansha in Hasta Nakshatra from the 7th to the 12th of October. And that's the time when you will be quite, because Mars debilitates here, so you will be quite emotional during these these timings. You will be more, inclined towards, doing things with emotional bent of mind, not aggressively. From 12th to the 17th of October in Leo Navmansha. So you will be quite glamorous. You will be focusing more on your creative side of yours, and you will be having high level of perfection also during this time. You'll be focused on the details as well. In Virgo, that is the Virgottama Navmansha, 17th to 22nd of October. 2 padas, as we know, Chitra padas are here in the Virgo sign. So this Chitra, we have Leo and Virgo. So the Virgo brings about again a disciplined, studious approach towards your subjects. You're intelligent, you're disciplined, and you are very aggressive in your, and minutely you will get into the depth of whatever you are thinking of. So that's what is this Chitra 2 padas about. Then I'll be doing the Libra Chitra later because that is different. So this is what is the transit position about. And this actually is a very precarious kind of a transit. I didn't want to discourage you, but yes, there is always a silver lining, as I said. So wait till the 14th of September, till the time Jupiter transits here in Capricorn sign. Things look little difficult. So we have to be extra cautious about our approach towards the people and towards us as well, how we take this. Okay, so let's start with the, I'll be sharing the details about the Navmansha dates in the description box, so that you can easily make out, what exactly do I want to convey. The dates are very important. They really match up. Okay, so make a note of the dates. So let's start with the predictive, that is the Aries sign first. So for Aries natives, this transit is happening in your 6th house, and being the lord of the 1st and the 8th. So this will make you feel quite hardworking. You are going to be focused on the details, and you will be having a lot of energy to finish off your tasks. This gives you aggressive tendencies at the workplace and problems with the coworkers. Also, maybe your communication might get rough. Rahu is looking here, and till the time Saturn and Jupiter are together in the trine to this Mars, you have to be, till the 14th especially, you have to be keeping yourself, your temper under control and check. You might have problems and difficulties in making the relationship harmonious with people. You're likely to have dispute with the labor class. So be careful about that. Control your anger, your aggression, your impulsive nature. But this is very good for transformations. If you want to improve yourself, this is a very good transit to work through, build your muscles, or be into the sports and get into the sporty activities. So this will be good. This can lead to problems in litigations, and also with siblings, legal issues, mishaps. Some health issues can also come up. So be careful about those. And do the Hanuman chants, Hanuman Chalisa, do the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha chant 108 times every day. And enhance your Jupiter. Once Jupiter is enhanced, it gets strength. Things are going to be definitely better. Mercury is also going to be conjunct this Mars. So you're going to be having a lot of intelligent bent of mind also. You will have that kind of energy as well, intellectual energy, and verbal skills also. You will get that confidence to convey things. But at the same time, you can get easily irritated, and you can lose patience also. So you have to be careful about those energies. Otherwise, it's not going to be a bad transit. Sun is also going to be joining this Mars from the 17th of September to the 17th of October, and this Mars is combust, is burnt out. So you might feel the latent anger, the latent energy, whatever you want to do, you're not able to do. So that actually leads to a lot of irritation in you. But at the same time, Mars is going to be feeling some change coming your way at the place of work, and you are going to be maybe having some sort of charged up energy, transformational energy as well. If you're going in for some inheritances, in-depth research, this is a good time. Paying off your taxes, good time. Don't get into any kind of litigation and doing things, in a very in a corrupt manner. Okay, don't take that route. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this transit is in your 5th house of Mars. Mars is conjunct Mercury. Mercury is going to go to Libra and then coming back in retrogression to this sign, back and forth. And Sun is also going to be joining this Mars. Mars is combust, also aspected by Rahu in trine to Saturn. So all this put together, what does this mean? So you are going to be spending a lot of energy or a lot of money on your romance, on your love, on your relationship, also on education. Maybe you'll be buying a laptop, you'll be, buying some gadgets, and you will have a lot of active and aggressive sex drive also during this time. You're highly competitive. You are having some, sporty, athletic kind of an inclination. You can be impulsive. You can be fickle-minded also, because this is a Virgo sign. And this actually gives you inclination towards showing off, towards creative talent also. You are sociable. You are going to be indulgent. You are going to be forming some kind of connectivity with your children in a very aggressive manner. So you have to be very careful about those energies as well. But definitely, this is going to be giving you some inclination towards expenditures on things which you really, want, and enhance yourself. Maybe some gadgets you're going to be buying. Maybe you're a YouTuber yourself, and you're going to be buying some camera or audio connectivity, that you want to buy from a long time, the mic or something. And seventh lord is in the fifth, so this is going to give you some problems in relationship also, for sure, because Ketu is there. Number one, Ketu in the depth, in-depth sign of deep sign of Scorpio, looking at your 11th. So this can also lead to some complications with your friends and friend circle also. So you have to maintain that kind of level-headedness with people, and you have to be very cautious and in your group that you move around in. Don't take any kind of advice which actually backfires later. You might just go into that zone where you invest and then you regret. So you have to be careful. Your luck lord is with you in its own sign, so it's with you. Definitely, it is going to be enhancing your luck factor. So that is something which gives you a lot of encouragement. And when the luck is with you, then I think many things are taken care of. Rahu over your first house makes you self-centric, and it's looking at this Mars. So your determination definitely is focused for your own self. So it's okay, but you are going to be feeling those energies even more with Mercury combination. Also, Mercury is also in its own sign. So you are going to be focusing on the details, in-depth, research-oriented mindset. So go ahead with it. Student natives are definitely going to be very competitive and going to be doing well. For Gemini rising, Mercury is well positioned here with Mars in your fourth house. So when it's the fourth house energy, Mars is actually, is combust, number one. Then it's going to be conjunct the Lord of the fourth. Fourth house is the zone of moon where Mars debilitates. So in inimical sign, debilitation, so it's and combust. So it's triple the Martian impact, which is getting, the aggressive energy, the zeal in you is, basically snubbed. So you are not going to be having that kind of drive, that aggression. You might be having latent anger with you, or maybe some family quarrels you can get into more with Mars into this place. So you have to fix the relationships, your home front. You might be going in for some purchase, sale, or you might be shifting out from the place you are in right now. Some repair work is required. Till the 22nd of October, you will be having some repair work going on, and you will be feeling that, or maybe some landed property or something, some documentation issues you'll be having during this time. And Mercury is, as it is, going to go retrograde. So this is something, which is not that positive for you. So you feel that, there is some complication or the other that you're going through. And Mercury is definitely going to be till the 18th of October in retrogradation. So you have to check your documents. You have to check your repairs well. There can be that, you have interest in environmental or ecological movements. You might be expressed, in an active or militant manner. Physically, this position is rewarding, and you will be very strong in constitution, and you will be, if you're having some health issues, you will sail through that as well. This placement is not considered to be good for mother. There can be health issues to your mom or mother-like figure, so take care of that. Also, Sun is going to be transiting here. I'll be making a separate video of the same. Mercury is going to go retrograde. So how is that going to be? That is like you have to check the condition of Mercury's stay in Virgo sign till the 22nd of September. Then again, 2nd of October to 2nd of November, Mercury is going to be in demotion in this zone. So how that has impacted you, that you have to check yourself. So that might just bring back those, repair works. You have to redo things, from 2nd of October till the 2nd of November. You have to redo the house. You have to redo the furniture. You have to redo the walls. Something to do with your household things, you have to focus on. So this Martian energy is going to give you a lot of expenditures and on gadgets, on home front, on redoing things, renovating your place quite likely, or maybe some documentation issues that you have to redo. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. For Cancer zodiac, ascendant or the moon sign, Mars is in your 3rd house and Mercury is conjunct this Mars. And this is going to be, being the lord of the 10th, your Yogacara Graha, being the lord of your 5th in the 3rd house. So you are actually going to be very bold. You're going to be taking some bold decisions regarding your intellect, regarding your work, your resources, your workplace, of course, and you'll be very direct in your speech. Something which you're not able to do from a long time, you're not able to convey from a long time, you will be able to convey now. You might get into arguments with your family members, siblings, neighbors. This brings about some complications with the neighbors also. But at the workplace, definitely you are not going to be any shy anymore, and you're going to be just speaking your mind. You're going to be very creative, and you're going to be actually, pointing out your personal deficiencies also yourself. Okay. And you might just drive too fast. You might be very impatient. You can get caught up in traffic often. So you might lose your cool. So that you have to take care of. Short journeys might be very difficult or cumbersome. You're very competitive when Mars is in the 3rd house. Sun is also going to be joining this zone. Mars is combust, so the energy is latent. Remember, when a planet is combust, this means that that planet is not having those kinds of energies that it's supposed to have. It forgets its own significations. So you might be putting little extra effort here to do things. Rahu is also looking here, so there will be some confusion. There will be some problems in your the drive that you have, but you're going to be very bold. So make sure that you take care of your father's health, take care of your travels, because Ketu, Saturn, and Mars, 3 planets are looking at your 9th house zone. 9th house is religious activities, your travels, your long journeys, adventures, and spiritual pursuits, religious belief system, your parents, your father, in fact, your spiritual gurus. So all those are getting afflicted. So you're not going to be depending on these people at this time. All right. Take care of your journeys, of course. Coming to Leo. So for Leo natives, Mercury and Mars are going to be in your 2nd house. And then Mercury is going to be transiting through Libra and coming back here again on the 2nd of October. Getting the retrograde on the 27th of September. So it's a very important transit. Why? Because Virgo sign is ruled by Mercury. So we must see the condition of Mercury also. All the Mars in the 2nd house will be giving you material gains, financial gains. You will be thinking about gains, and you will be having strong drive to earn more. At the same time, this Mars is combust because of the Sun. Sun is also going to be transiting here. So this brings about some, lack of funds, but at the same time, you will have that edge, competitive edge in finance, in business. You're inclined to own a business. You're maybe thinking of starting something, some different means, because it's a Virgo sign, dual sign. So you will have maybe double source of income. Maybe you overeat, you eat mixed kind of foods, and then, you fall sick, some digestive issues. Also, you can have some problem in the dental area, nervous pains, nerve issues you can have. But at the same time, this is a good placement for business ventures you want to get into, or the competitive edge, competitive spree that you have. It's the it's forming a 6-8 relationship with your with Aries sign, the ruler, and 3-11 axis relationship with Scorpio. So this brings about some transformational energies, inheritances. It brings about in-depth research. You will be thinking about taxes. You will be thinking about precise results that you're looking at. Okay, so this will definitely give you some self-improvement, chance of self-improvement as well. So utilize it. But surely this, because it's going to be aspecting the zone, so you have to take care of your father's health. You have to take care of your travels. When you're traveling, you might be back and forth. You might just make the plans, or you have to pay exorbitantly for the travels. Right now, we know that, the air tickets are very expensive. Wherever we have to travel, we have to pay extra. So that is also quite likely. When you're traveling, you're shelling out a big thing, big chunk of money to travel. Also, Rahu energy is there from the 10th house. So this will give you a lot of workload at the place of work, and a lot of zeal also at the same time to complete the task. Your as it is a fixed sign. So, you have that, and because it's Mars is your Yogacara Graha. So Mars's transit is very important for you as well. So being the Yogacara Graha, it is in a good place in the second house. So you will be focusing more on the financials. You have that research oriented mindset. Maybe some new policies at the place of work you'll be laying. You'll be doing things which are definitely going to be taking you one level up. For sure, this is a good transit for you, and it's going to be looking at your 5th house also. So some creative energies you have, and some aggression or maybe separation from children also is quite lively. Mars debilitates in your 12th house, so, and exalts in your 6th. So this is also the zone where, these are also getting triggered up. So take care of your health. That's what I can say. And expenditures might increase during this transit. Take care of it. Maybe you buy some new gadgets, a mobile phone, or your laptop, some tablet, something you're going to be spending on. Okay, Mercury is also enhancement of knowledge. Coming to Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this transit is happening over your 1st house, and Mars is the lord of your 8th, and Mars is the lord of your 3rd as well. So it's looking at your 4th house, 7th house, 8th house. So Mars is going to be giving you, firstly, very, you can be very assertive. You can be more outgoing. You'll be spending more time with people. You're the people's person. You're communicating. You want to say something, whatever is going on in your head, you're going to be vocal. You're not going to be very shy any longer. You're going to be very competitive. You're going to be hardworking. You're going to be very creative also. And you will be, breaking those traditions. You want to maybe succeed in your professions, and you're going to be putting your heart and soul into that. So this is the time when you have a lot of energy, that determination to complete, that passion, in fact, passion for details. So all that, you are going to be focused on the precise results, and they are, performance oriented. So you're going to be performing well. Ketu is in your 3rd house, and your 7th house is under reflection because of Saturn, Ketu, and Mars, 3 of the planets looking here. So till the 14th of September, you have all these planets, looking at the zone. Till the time Jupiter comes into your trine and looks at your 1st house, and tames this Rahu energy also. So till that time, you have to be extra careful about your relationship also with the people, outside people, anybody. It could be your spouse, it could be your partner, it could be the people that you meet, or the relationship you're in, anybody. So you have to be extra careful, because your 7th house is under heavy affliction. Not a good time to get married, not a good time to, get into any kind of business also. But yes, this will give you lot of encouragement and decision making, bold decisions you're going to be making. Some place changes also likely, because Mars is in the Kendra, and whenever the malefics are in the Kendra, or from moon or from the Lagna, it's said that some changes are made. Job change, place change, career change, or maybe department change, or the bosses also can change. So the Lagnesh and the 10th Lord is in the first house. So some definitely major changes coming your way at the place of work also, and home front as well. So you have to be making decisions regarding your investments during this time. That will be good for you if you're thinking of some investments. Till the time Mercury goes retrograde, you can go ahead with it. It's really a good time for investments and making money. Undoubtedly, financials are definitely going to be good. Health-wise, you can have fevers, you can have some complications in, feet-related issues, you can have some pains. Go in for the checkups. Don't ignore your body. All right. So this is a good transit. Do the Hanuman chants. Mars is combust also, so that can lead to some kind of latent anger in you, and it can lead to fevers also. So take good care of your health. All right. Coming to the next sign, that's Libra. For Libra natives, Mars is going to be conjunct Mercury in the 12th house to start with. Then Mercury will be entering Libra and will be coming back to this zone. The dates will be all there in the description box. And if you have not heard the summary part, so I think you will not know the dates well. So you should hear the summary part as well. So in the 12th house, you have, you have desires, actions influenced by your subconscious mind. You're going to be spending a lot of money. You'll be spending alone time also. You will have some secrets also. Maybe some revelations will be made to you from the others. Maybe you're, because it's the 7th Lord, it's the 2nd Lord, and is looking at your 6th house, 7th house also. So this can lead to some kind of connectivity with your partner. You can go, maybe you're going in for some separation, some legal separation is quite likely. Also, this can lead to some complications in your, with your brother, with your sister, with the siblings, you can have problems. Also, some gadgets you're going to be buying, you'll be spending a lot of money on communication, anything, the mode of communication, anything, could be travels also. You'll be spending on travels, you'll be maybe spending more than the usual when Mars is in the 12th house, with Mercury especially. So ambition and drive to build up your body. You want to maybe, build your muscles. That is also quite likely with this. So that's a good time. I think you should be doing it. You should not waste this time. When you have this kind of placement, you should utilize it. Also very good for the athletes, for the sports people, you can be very aggressive during this time. And Rahu is looking at the zone as well, not to forget. So this can lead to some kind of complications related to your, your expenditures. Maybe you will spend something on the gadgets, and then you realize that you have spent it wrongly by mistake. So that you have to rectify as well. And they can be that you are having some spying activities you are involved in. So this placement leads to that, in machinery industry, if you are in, so there can be some, accident or some problems with the labor also, quite likely. Okay, so take care of these. Jupiter will be also looking at the zone from the 14th onwards. So till the 14th, just manage this, take care of your health, and do the Hanuman Chalisa and Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. This chant you have to do 408 times. I'll mention it in the description box also, so that you can read it. Okay, 108 times every day, especially when Jupiter transits here in the Capricorn sign and looks at this Mars. You should be chanting this. Don't have any clashes with your siblings or your neighbors. Avoid. Coming to Scorpio. For Scorpio, this transit is happening over your 11th house, being the lord of your Lagna, and the 6th house, looking at your, it's looking at your 2nd, 5th, and the 6th houses. So this Mars is in, in the 11th house, being the Lagnesh. It's going to be giving you some energies aimed towards your favorite cause. whatever you are inclined to. You may be a champion of little people and excel in the groups of people that you move around in. So maybe you're very creative. You have that uh, you know um, innovative bent of mind. You are an organizer. You're an initiator. You're a leader. You're a you want to, and you're very hardworking during this time. You have a very independent kind of an attitude with this Mars in Virgo and with Mercury. Not to forget, this is a communicative sign, so this leads to technology. So you might innovate something during this time. You're a research-oriented mind as it is. It's a good transit for making money also, because Mars is looking at your second house as well, being in the 11th house. So the Dhan Bhavas are getting active. Very positive for realization of funds from somebody you have given, and you feel that money is just a bad debt and you are not going to be getting back. So that is something which you might be getting. So this is a good time for getting into a relationship, not a good time for progeny. Childbirth might be a little problematic. Maybe you have to get yourself examined well, or you have to go in for some IVF treatment, quite likely. The sun also going to be transiting here and looking the zone. Also, Mars is looking at your sixth house. So that is also, that leads to some litigation. Maybe you will have complications with with your gadgets, and you have to get them repaired, and you have complications. New gadget you bought, and there is some friction with those people. You are fighting out with them. It's not working. So that you have to be extra cautious about. Venus is also in the 12th house, and then Mercury is going to be back and forth as well. Not to forget, Mercury is going to go retrograde. It's coming back to this zone. So make a note of these dates, from the 27th of September till this till the 2nd of October. Mercury is going to be in your 12th house. And then again, it will be coming back to Virgo sign. So 2nd October to 2nd of November, how are you feeling till the 22nd of September will decide that phase as well. So make a note from the 6th of September till the 22nd of September, when Mercury is conjunct this Mars. What all happened? So that is going to repeat on the 2nd of October till the 2nd of November. So these are very important dates. Maybe, some ex of yours comes into your life, or some, friends of yours, they just misuse you. They just lead you to a wrong path. So all that can also happen. Some communication issues, arguments can come up again as well. The ones which you thought that they are over, so from the 22nd till the 22nd, they might just come up again from the 2nd of October. You might be purchasing some house, you'll be maybe disposing of your property. All those are also quite evident and visible. There can be complications in your relationship. Maintain cordiality. There can be some legal issues because of your complications in relationships. So make sure that you are going to be sorting those out, and don't get involved in all those things. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha is the chant that you have to do for 108 times every day. Try doing that every day, or if you can't, then do it at least on Mondays and Saturdays. It's going to help you. Also, if you can, do Hanuman Chalisa on Tuesdays and Saturdays. It's a very good remedy for this Mars. Mars actually is Mangal. Mangal is ruled by Hanuman, Lord Hanuman. So if you do anything related to Hanuman, so it will be good. If you can just go and offer prayers to if you can go to the place where you can see Lord Hanumana, that is also going to be very good. Okay, coming to the next sign, that's Sagittarius. Sagittarius natives, Mars and Mercury are going to be in your 10th house. Mars is combust, aspected by Rahu, in trine to Saturn also. So all these combinations also lead to some change of place. Mars is Digbali here, and Mercury is, as it is, forming a Bhadra Yoga, Pancha Mahapurusha Yoga. And, this will give you a strong need of status, or maybe some promotion is also quite likely. You're pursuing a career which is going to change now. Maybe you will be having some new path, which is definitely positive for you. Being a friendly planet to this Lagna, Lord of the 12th and the 5th, maybe you are going to be, your creativity is going to be paid off, maybe overseas. Some people are going to recognize your skills. You're going to be maybe joining some politics. You're going to be into management, military, some initiative, you're going to be taking, and you're going to be having a lot of support from your professional, colleagues also. So this is a very good position for enhancing your human values, your concerns. You're going to be very sensitive to people. You're going to be having a lot of potential, leadership potential, I would say. Okay. Sun is also going to be transiting here, and Sun is Digbali here. So some change of your seniors, position, or maybe taking over of the company through by some other company is also quite likely. So in case you have to make certain decisions regarding this, you should. You see, you have, this Mars is going to be in your 10th house, looking at your 5th as well. So maybe, for the student natives, it gives some change to them. There is some career growth for them. Maybe they're going to be joining some new organization. They're going to be getting some growth prospects, changing. The place also is quite likely going to be overseas for studies, competitive exams they're going to be taking, and they're going to be doing well. I have given the Navmansha positions, Navmansha dates. So for you, the Cancer Navmansha is not favorable, 7th to 12th of October. So make sure that you don't make any decisions during that time. Otherwise, the whole, I think even the 6th house, that is Taurus, 27th of September till the 2nd of October also is not favorable. So don't make any decisions on these related to your workplace. Otherwise, it's going to be a good Navmansha positions also. Okay, for all the deciding factors that you have to decide on. So they will be actually compatible. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. Here, Mars exalts, not to forget that. Mars is in your 9th house and is conjunct Mercury. Mercury is the lord of the 6th and the 9th, and Mars is the lord of your 4th and the 11th. And Mars is looking at your 12th house from there. So some overseas connectivity is on cards. You are going to be having some interest in travels, outdoor sports, religious or philosophical causes. And you will be having a lot of courage of your, convictions, and forceful approach to promoting your ideas. Some renovation, some change of place, quite likely. Bosses might change. You might become a little bit, you have a lot of enthusiasm during this time, but, being Mars in combustion, this can give you some, lack of enthusiasm also at the same time. You might become upset and impatient, and travels become cumbersome. You want to, but it becomes quite difficult to deal with the travels. You can be pursuing education, higher learning during this time, which is very positive. Mars is looking at your 12th house as it is, and 3rd house also, 4th house also. So 4th house is under affliction. So when 4th house is under affliction, that means you're going to be leaving your place, your homeland, and you'll be going to another place. So if you have to make certain decisions related to that, so please go ahead. Rahu is also looking at the zone, so it brings about a lot of confusion, or maybe some unconventionality attached to your religious belief system. You might just be very adamant. Mars is adamant. Mars is the warrior. So you can get very adamant about your religious belief system also, quite likely. Your 3rd house is under heavy affliction because of Saturn, Ketu, and Mars aspecting here. So you can have health issues. You can have problems in your short journeys also. Some accident, or maybe, you're driving very rashly. So be careful. Some problems and complications with your co-workers is also quite likely. So make sure that you're prepared, obviously. So do the remedies. Chant Hanuman Chalisa every day, if not every day, at least on Tuesdays and on Saturdays. Chant Om Ganganpataye Namo Namaha on Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. If you can do that 108 times. If you can do it every day, it's fine. If you can't, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. This chant you have to do for 108 times. If you can do it every day, fine. If you can't, then you should be doing it at least on these days that I've mentioned. Okay, things will definitely improve. Make a note of the dates from the excuse me, from the 6th of September till the 22nd of September, when Mercury is in the zone, and then Mercury goes retrograde and comes back here from the 2nd of October till the 2nd of November. So whatever happened during this time till the 22nd of September, that might repeat in the 2nd of October to 2nd of November phase. So you can go aggressive, argumentative, impatient during that time again. So make sure that you take care of these energies during that time. Okay. Coming to the Aquarius sign. For Aquarius, this transit is happening in your 8th house. Mercury in the 8th house is no dosha. This is not considered to be a bad placement. And your Lagnesh is in the 12th house and is in the trine to this zone. And Mars exalts there, where Saturn is seated. And Rahu is looking at this zone as well. So this denotes strength in investigating. You can become quite, if you're a spy or a detective, it's a good position. But yes, you can become quite research oriented. Scientifically, you'll be getting into investigations. You're going to be very innovative. You're going to be charged up with energy. If you're an engineer, if you're into any kind of research, very good positive transit for you. You can be having some suspicion which can come up also on your friends, on your relatives, even your own partner or your spouse. You can become very suspicious kinds. This can be extracting information from the field you're in a good time. You have special talents, maybe into medicine, finance, computers. So all these, specialists, these placements are seen in transit. So this might enhance your career during this time, enhance your financials also. You can be getting more into digging a particular zone. Maybe you're going to be, digging is related to suspicion, research, some, tax, spying, all these, and also sex drive. So this also gives you strong desires. During this time, you might be very physically charged up. You're likely to have conflicts involving your finances if you have joint finances or corporate finances as it is, or some personal inheritances, as it is your second house is under affliction because of Saturn, Ketu, and Mars now. So this is definitely going to be a very tough time for your finances. Be careful in your investments. Be careful with your relationship. Maybe with your in-laws, you have some arguments also, quite likely. Ketu is, as it is, a planet of religious activities. So you're quite detached from your work. So you have to be maybe feeling that your work is worship. Only then you will be able to get inclined towards whatever you're doing. You're losing that interest in your work. So for that, you have to have the religious bent of mind. If you want to get attached to your work, if you think that this work is my karma and I have to quit that karma, I have to do something. Obviously, we all have to do something for our living, isn't it? And nothing comes easy on our lap. So we have to put that effort. So this Ketu energy is giving you that kind of, vent from the outlet from this world, the worldly desires. So just finish it and quit the karma, I think. Okay. So do the Hanuman Chalisa every day if possible. Otherwise, just do it on Tuesdays and Saturdays at least. Do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah chant or 108 times every day. If not on every day, then you can do it on a Thursday or you can do it on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So, or depends how much you can do. Okay. Jupiter is also going to be transiting back on your onto your 12th house. Some overseas connectivity again. You will be getting some overseas income also, quite likely. Okay. So enjoy this transit. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this transit is happening over your 7th house, and Mars is going to be looking at your 10th, first, and your second houses, being the lord of the second as well as the ninth. Mercury conjunct here with Mars being the lord of the fourth and the seventh. So you see, first thing, you're going to be having some dealings with your business partners. There can be some complications or arguments with your marital relationship. Okay, you can have some problem, or you can get into a relationship and then you have a break. You may get married at this time, quite likely. This is a conducive phase to get married because Mars triggers up the physical aspect of marriage. You can be very aggressive, you can be impulsive, you can be having some complications with your outside world. You're very competitive. You might be dealing with the associates who are learned. You are going to be like educational in this industry, computers, IT, engineers. Very good combination. This conjunction is very good. Good for travels, travel-related issues. Maybe you're going to be having some expenditures on travels, and Mars is looking at your second house, so your speech might get very aggressive. Mars is looking at your first house, Saturn, Ketu, all these three malefics are looking at your first house. So you're quite detached with people. You're quite impulsive also. At the same time, you're very religious also. You're quite intense in your work. So you're focusing on your work, but you have to be very careful about your health. This kind of combination leads to health issues. Ketu, Mars, Saturn combination on the first house. So drive safely. Some surgery, if you have to get done, you should be doing that. Surgery, I feel that is here to help us, because it is a cure because of which we are getting the surgery done. So I never consider surgeries as wrong procedures or bad procedures. Please do Hanuman Chalisa chants and do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah chants for 108 times every day. If not every day, at least on the Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 zodiac signs. I hope you all have a great transit of Mars in your sixth sign of the natural zodiac. That's Virgo. Have a great time. Om Tat Sat.